This is a wall projector that is portable, the JMGO M6. While I'm always happy to try portable tech, I was sent this device as a review unit and I'm not entirely sure why. Oh, I get it. Very funny. Well, since I have a gaping hole in my upload schedule due to a certain trip I'm about to make, taking all my time, I decided to make a quick experiment. The JMGO M6 is a weird hybrid between a 5400 mAh power bank and a pocket projector. I believe the idea behind it is carrying it around as something that charges your phone, but once you remove the remote that is ingeniously protecting the lens, it transforms into a portable screen of sorts. It has this little dock with a bunch of magnetic tips to connect to your phone, and I am told this works flawlessly over iPhone, transmitting audio and video, which I definitely have no way of testing, but if you connect it to an Android device, such as my cheap phone that I use for everything, it will take you to an app that allows video streaming. So I cleared the one wall available in my apartment and decided to see how it will do. Well, it does not seem to have any audio, like all sounds is coming through the phone. It does seem to do okay for video, but the latency is not good enough to play video games, so not very useful for gaming. Except that if you look over to the side, you see the only reason why I'm making a video about this. It has an input HDMI port. This guy runs a customized Android where you can select HDMI as an input source, and while it supports signals up to 4K, it is all downscaled to the pretty low actual projector resolution. Given that portability is the main feature, it reminded me of this thing. This is a full Intel Atom Power Windows PC inside a small stick that I use to play games on one of my favorite videos. All it needs is a power source of about 2 amps or more. Sadly, the USB port on this projector only seems to go up to 1 amp, so the solution is simply to add another actual power bank with a decent output and stitch it all together to create the crappiest portable console ever. So the C3735F CPU in the thing is close to the weakest PC I own, but on the low resolution this device projects, I imagine at least some games are enjoyable. Also, it has integrated speakers that work with the HDMI input, so the games will actually have sound. Okay, so for example, I have previously talked about how well Half-Life 2 runs on this thing with some adjustments, or spectacularly well with all the adjustments, which means the game is perfectly playable and enjoyable on this portable projector machine. Games like Minecraft, even on low resolutions and using the lowest settings in Optifine, mostly work, although the slow CPU causes stuttering that is hard to manage. And smaller indie games, such as the one in my recommended series, work just fine. The one you're seeing right now is the fantastic Daggers, on which I have lost many hours of my time. Going back to the projector, one of the things that I worried about was that it will not be bright enough to actually be usable, but surprisingly, in a dark room like this, it is both bright enough and pretty clear. The low projector resolution is noticeable in things like texture detail, but it is definitely not as obvious as I expected, and definitely not as obvious as it will be on a monitor. All in all, even though I have never owned a projector of any sort, I can see the appeal of a device like this, even if the battery only seems to last an hour or so. Obviously, I'm sure it's not meant for something like a compute stick, but I think if you connect it with like a mini NES or a Raspberry Pi, you might have a true mobile party in your hands. Before going, I ended up realizing that I was sent this because Gearbest is celebrating their 4th year anniversary sale. I clearly should have read the email fully before writing the script. Gearbest has so far been a good partner to work with, as they have provided some of the devices I use to make videos, and I have bought regularly from them with little issue. And they have gracefully provided referral links for the sale, so anything that you buy there helps pay the expenses and keep the videos coming. As always, thank you for your support, may it be on Patreon, just watching, or leaving nice comments.